In the studio, we have, when he's not making trouble, he's actually in the studio making music. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Vector. Vector in the building.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
all
sure.
troublemakers in the world.
I swear that because, you know, on your Twitter for like the last 1 month, sometimes it got to a point where I was like, I don't want to go and, message this guy right now before you just change it for guys or anything. So let me just be observing.
Let's get to myself.
Yeah, so what's been going on?
Life has been going on.
Okay.
Yes.
Just life.
Yes, no.
Okay.
Life has been happening.
I see.
Good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let me just put it to you this way though.
Yeah.
I've known you for like close like a decade now, so you never strike me you are a happy-go-lucky guy.
Yes.
You just want to make music, just put it out, and just talk about the culture constantly.
Yeah.
So when this whole beef thing started, I'm sorry that this interview, predominantly is gonna, just focus on that though.
As expected.
Yeah. So when that you and M.I, I'm friends with you, I'm friends with Jude as well. So when that back and forth started, I really did not understand where it was coming from because I felt like you guys had, this mutual respect as rappers and as, pioneers in the industry as you guys, pushing rap constantly forward.
Yeah.
So can we just get a background to what actually just kicked this whole thing off?
I just like to see it as in life, people will always have like their reservations about things, and if I feel how you deal doesn't work for me, then it doesn't work for me.
Okay.
I also believe we can coexist in Nigeria and do greatness together without any form of friction, not unless you're getting a haircut.
Can you
not? But also, once in a while, you also have to check and balance on a few things.
Okay.
And that's how I feel. Going too much into details, it kind of like feels like you're overflogging it so that for the PR benefits of it, and that's really not me. I just legit felt like he was very disrespectful with how he approached certain things, and he could have at least hit me up.
Okay.
Before he made certain moves.
Okay.
You get what I mean? And now, you've seen me battle for years in Unilag.
Yeah.
You know how it is. That's how we settle it. It's not even personal. It's like, okay, like, one of the very first gigs I've done with Olisa was based on hip-hop, where I'm still taking the Globetrotters to Africa. Like, so I believe that type of thing, and if it's going to be planned, let it be both-sided, you get what I mean? Let it not be one-sided. That's how I feel.
Oh, okay, cool. So, so I kept seeing the back and forth and everything. Then M.I around with the story that it all started because of a feature, and from what I know about you, though, you've never been a feature kind of rapper. You've constantly just put out work, and when you put out a body of work, it's constantly maybe 1 or 2 collaborations here. You've always wanted to just show people who you are. So I wonder where that narrative actually just came from right now. But as it stands right now, there's not been any music from you as regards a diss or anything. There's been nothing from your side. So would we say that everything's been sorted out and we can just move?
What happened to the battle? I suppose it's 40 million naira at stake.
The stake actually grew beyond 40 million naira as well.
It's gone beyond 40.
Yes. But for me, like Olisa, we've had this conversation for a long time, or back and forth at events when we see about hip hop, and I know you've always strongly supported. Well, mainly because I think you understand more than a lot of people about hip hop. But I felt like for me, that more so is along the lines of giving hip hop the hype that it deserves, and at least some level of attention. Because I've been to a corporate place. I don't know if anybody else would do it. I know what I would do. I know how I would stand with what I believe in, and I think it's a strong one for hip hop as well. At least people are thinking to invest 40 mil at 45 mil, approximately 50 now.
Is that like sometimes when you have a heavyweight contest, one guy takes the line share, like even though Ruiz beat our brother AJ. AJ took 20 million, Ruiz took 5.
Yeah.
But he still won the fight, though.
Yes, sir.
So, just because you won the fight doesn't mean you're going to get the lion's share of the money. Does that mean it's going to be shared equally? But are you guys going to actually do it?
To be honest with you, I really am not thinking about the winning or the purse. I'm not really thinking about those. For me, it's like Osi said earlier, and you would have known. For me, it's more like, okay, so we have a defining moment in African hip hop to do something. Let's do it. I don't care. We might put the money in charity as well. For me, it's just like, let's just do what we need to do, and let's get the respect straight.
Yeah, we have a the question that we ask all the time when we have people that we know are world-class rappers. We have a lot of in Nigeria, but some of them like to sing nowadays.
Yeah.
We have to ask the question, why is it that we like rap, hip-hop from outside Nigeria, but we don't like from inside? You say, what is it that the rappers here are doing wrong? That they're not winning over the audience?
I think it's mainly about the people.
You don't think rappers do anything wrong here?
They're just rapping now. That's what they're doing wrong. They're rapping, right? It feels like the only thing we're doing wrong as rappers is rap. But then I'm not taking that as in a very aggressive way, because even me, if I got to analyze, say over the years, like it's been gradual. There hasn't really been too much of intelligent music going around over the years.
I see it.
Yes. So we've kind of like grown a lot of following for the dance, which is okay. I don't have a problem with that. It's just left to us rappers to just be intentionally focused on what we do. I don't blame people who sing, because I can sing. It does it, so I will sing. But when it comes to bars and when it comes to what you claim or you acclaim, you better be that.
Okay.
And stay there.
All right, we're going to get more about that. We got Vector in the building. Any questions coming through?
Oh, yeah, you need to just send questions in right now at the Beats 999.
Lafayette G in the building.
Yeah, make sure you use the hashtag That's the Morning Rush. So you were saying something. I've seen likes of Rick Ross, J. Cole, a bunch of rappers actually come to Nigeria, and you know, sometimes they use like, you know, words and phrases that if you've not immersed yourself into the culture of where he's coming from, you know, there are a bunch of things that you probably don't understand. So at the end of the day, when you look at rappers in Nigeria, you see a bunch of people actually putting out quality stuff, and that's like Odi used to say, that connect is still not there. Do you think it's a mentality of we preferring things that come from abroad rather than showing love to the people that are here?
It's a little bit of both, and maybe something you didn't mention, which is, I feel like, so when I talk about police shooting black people, I mean, I'm talking about Nigerian situation.
Sure.
Right. I feel like our rappers also need to, and I started this a long time ago. It's taken me years to build this, but you can sit down and start to take your girl and Vector boning on the eve of the day she plans to leave your ass like Adam's clothing. Like you could take those words and put them together and also give them Nigeria relatable punchlines, because that's also intelligence. So I guess for me it's created like a different type of audience who, if you're not very versatile with the street lingo and also academically inclined, you probably won't get what the connections
are. Above your head.
Yes, with certain words, like, so I could tell that, okay, this year but yeah, landscape flying over the heads, guys, they live in Ajao.
If you don't get it, you don't get it.
If you don't know the airport is in Ajao,
I
will, yeah. So I think on the side of rappers as well, we need to start to create those, not just like they do in church that is a bit annoying, you know, when the music is just crap, but because it's Jesus that they're shouting, it's dope. Woo! They clap for them, right? We can't do that with rap as well. You have to take your, your skill to the level where people can beat their chest anywhere. So that will also create some level of interest. Two, we have people who are so packaged beyond the reality of the average Nigerian. Right, so Rick Ross can be in a mansion and be with a cheetah or a hyena forming boss and everything.
Wrong town doing that here. What do you mean? Wrong town has lion and lion.
White lion.
But all of us know that the average Nigerian man's mind, when he see lion, na jackpot. Nobody's there to pet. We never pet Rottweiler finish na lion. So I feel like when the music is also honest, like maybe it will encourage more people to say, okay, like, because that's what Tenny probably getting away with. I want to be a billionaire. Because after she reaches her salary, anybody, I'll collect this money.
Yeah, I get you, because something that, you know, people can be able to relate
to.
Yeah,
so let them relate. You encourage people, and also some people like Yankee rap. You people say calm down small for Nigeria now.
Then also when you look at, like, you know, two of the biggest mainstream, let me not say biggest, or two of the artists that went, you know, super mainstream this year. You're looking at Zlatan, you're looking at Naira Marley as well. And you look at the, you know, how their music is coined. You know, it's not, you can't really just box it. You know, you can't call it rap, you can't call it a song. It's just a medley of a bunch of things. And you see the way people, you know, are able to just move towards it because it kind of, there's a connection, there's a synergy. So at the end of the day, so would you look at, you know, the way we consume music in Nigeria by saying that, you know, predominantly we just want something that we just want to just dance to?
We cannot deny the fact that Nigeria is tough, not a bit tough. Nigeria is very tough, and the slightest opportunity people get to be free,
Forget their trouble.
forget the troubles, they will. But where I'm coming from is this: there's no way you can run away from troubles in life forever now. So you can't say because your life is hard, you're only subscribing to. Because when you dance, somebody's saying something about your reality.
Yeah.
That is supposed to enlighten you or awaken you just in case you've been sleeping on it. Give that a chance as well.
Yeah.
You get like whatever Naira Marley and Zlatan is doing, these are guys that came and they developed a sound and it's fine. That's cool. At a point it was Wiz.
Yeah.
It was the new sound. At a point it was NATO. At a point it was Kills. Like it will always come and go, you get what I mean? But let's not and I also think on the side of the media, like a lot needs to be done to support the genre of music that also isn't very, very the most commercially viable one too.
But we do that.
Yeah. What Beat FM rap? Oh,
Yeah.
come on, man.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah.
And I'm also of the
Well,
opinion.
we are rappers too. So.
Yeah. So that,
We're all rappers.
it's 2019 now. So most times when you have conversations outside, and people say, "Oh, the media," and I always will have this opinion or this mentality that the media is no longer newspapers and radio and TV. The media is us, because there's social media, there's there's the internet, and I can just make a video right now, and somebody across the world is going to say there's no. So that bridge has just been. So we just regulators as regards putting out there professionally. So at the same time, I just feel like if we feel like this guy needs to be heard or that guy needs to. Anybody in your local area like Bagada, Egbeda, anywhere you hear this dope guy, can make a video and just put it up, and everybody just catch on as well.
Yeah, the reason why you mentioned such is not because in particular like individuals that you're dealing with, but the general idea, because there are also people, I see people, it's okay for you as an individual maybe to not be a fan of hip hop, right? But I also see that in different, like, so if Beat FM is playing a lot of hip hop, which Beat FM does, right, it would be nice for some other stations to also be that. So I'm not saying this in direction to anybody. It's just like in the general understanding that I think rap also needs the support that it can get.
Sweet, and we're doing that. We're doing that to the best of our ability. All right. If you have any questions, Vector, we're going to throw you in the second half of the show. Don't forget, now it's MTN Fresh on a Monday. We got a package for you. We promised you that on the 9th of September, when we turn 10, that we were going to make sure that you enjoy us throughout totally. And we're doing that because how? Because we love you. I want to say thank you for being part of our history. 10 years of being on the air. We have our own short code given to us by MTN. All you got to do is top your MTN line, top it up with 1,000 Naira. And for that 1,000 Naira, you get 2,000 Naira for calls and 1 gigabyte for data. That's valid for 30 days. The code is very simple. *131 *310 *999#.
We're in the same WhatsApp group.
My condolences.
We're in the same WhatsApp group.
At least that's not always giving like the dope punch like everyone else. We have a new one, so yeah.
Yeah, but I saw the United game yesterday, coming from two goals down to actually score 3. I was like, okay, they're going to actually just hold on to this 3-2 lead, then just bottle it at the end. So I think now that Pochettino is free, so I think the board does need to do something.
Oh, you want to hire a coach that was fired by Spurs?
Yeah. At this point, it's not bad now. Yeah.
You must have hire Emery when Arsenal finally
Emery. The only thing he knows is apply relax on his head.
But I never get the coaches like. So for example, in the Euros, the pairing of a Griezmann and a Olivier Giroud was phenomenal. So who else has a Griezmann's type of speed and energy other than, for example, that year Alexis Sanchez, and we had an Olivier Giroud, but I never saw the pair. I'm like, wait now, but you know that if this guy is disturbing them, Giroud is a very dangerous guy alone. So I don't understand the coaches like, are you not seeing? Because you've tried your way and
it's not working.
All right, we'll listen. Okay, we got Vector in the building. We're about to wrap it up. Any questions coming through, Vector?
Yeah, so let me see. So people are asking if there's going to be any, that they need a collaboration between Reminisce and Zlatan, this year or next or something.
Yeah, I spoke to Reminisce recently. Yeah. But everybody's like busy trying to like establish beyond, because Nigeria is a very, very fast moving market in anything.
Yeah.
So everybody's trying to establish and make sure nobody's caught off guard. But definitely we're in the works. I'm sure by next year, definitely.
Oh, okay, cool. So are we going to see like a project? You've been talking Vibes before Test Limits dropped, right?
No, it's about to drop by the end of the month.
Okay.
We have to push it back. Like I said, everybody's tidying and making sure, like, okay, for example, now Apple is time zone leaking music.
Yeah.
But I'm guessing all those things are being worked on and fixed. So the EP that's dropping is like same idea. Is about self-discovery and the energy of that and how to grow that.
Okay.
So that drops at the end of the month. Yeah, we have a new video dropping. I like Jojo.
What say the name again?
I like Jojo.
I like Jojo.
I've been saying that a lot. Though. My brother hates that. So when he says something, this is what I like Jojo.
He's on both sides. He's on the streets and he can still give you all
Drake said in like one of his songs. It takes something for a certain man to teach. To be far from the hood, but to still be connected to the streets. So
Yes, of course.
He's on both sides.
Yeah, Nicole, but you know what's going on in Bariga?
United.
So what's going on?
So we're gonna see the big rap battle soon, hopefully. There's a 45 million reasons why we should say it.
50 million, actually.
The last
50
time I
million
checked,
reasons why.
we're good.
Alright.
We're good to go.
Okay.
Well, we'll do like a boxing ring, you know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Yeah,
we
just
Have you guys in the corner. Ding, ding, ding.
Have a flamethrower.
Yes, who's
All the way from Alaska.
All the way from
the Viper.
All the way from Joe.
Yeah, you have to give me the microphone. Let me just be like, I know you wild, but I'm wilder.
Okay,
Alright, we'll let you go with it. Alright, you know what? We haven't had some bars from you for a long time. So give us something, you know, something. You know, just something.
Do you need beats? I can.
No. It sounds like a Burna Boy singing to a Burna Boy song.
Okay, somebody should be both.
No, it's Vector, so it's fine. But it's great.
So you want to beatbox for me?
No, I'm alright. I'm good. I've embraced myself with the body show.
Oh, so you can be both. So we can be both.
No, I like it.
Okay, so it's an early morning. Let's give them lamba. So
Keep it clean, please.
Why? Okay, so let's try and keep it because people don't really like to the ginger when we hellfire killer instinct spitting sender capable of more heat. But this time me and pride have an annulled me based on the real matters arising around me, enticing situations like the concrete. I mean, it be like say the way they build it in. The hardship now full of come. Backs came backpack full, the hunch in Notre Dame. Lean and let the spine crack doom. Straight to the emergency room. Doctor said you might need a donor, son. Who they donate spine? Oh, will it be? Right. Oh, what? Maybe pass it on down to the sons in the relay. Then we pass it down to the daughters. Let the sons jubilate. That the daddy put the message in the songs to relate. With the knowledgeable people, you get holidays and sequel. Meditating the riddles that I embody on the norm. That's me, King B.
I love you, Jojo.
Oshama.
How many words do you know to be able to do that?
But you know my favorite Vector song?
What?
Was that song you did with Two-Face? That's my
Get
jam.
down.
Any day.
Aye.
Any day.
Aye,
That's my
classics.
jam. That's
Classics.
my jam. That's my jam.
All right, we're wrapping up for you for this particular Monday. Make sure you join us.
I like
on
Jojo.
Wednesday. I like Jojo.
No, the best way to do this is if I say, I don't know about you, but I'm the only number one from a 2, 3, 4. I like
Hey, Jojo.
Wow. Okay. All right.
All right, we'll let you know what's going down. Thank you, Vector, for coming through.
Thanks,
Don't forget now, MTM Fresh back on Wednesday.